Good morning, all the students of 7th standard. We are learning the first lesson of civics. In that, our point is that what is administration or administration means what. So here, to govern a country according to the rules, whatever the activities there, whatever the means group is there, to that group we can call as administration. What is included in the administration of a country? Government has to make law relating to the several objects such as defending the boundaries, protecting the people from the external aggressions, eradication of the poverty is there, creating employment, educations and the health services, encouragement to the commerce and the industries, protection of the weaker sections, making the policies for the progress of for women and children's along with the tribal people, etc. So these things the government has to look after that. These are the important subjects for the government that. So among that, what is that? To protect the boundaries there of our region or the area there. Protect the people from the foreign aggressions, that any one country should not be threat to our citizens that. Along with that, eradication of the poverty, that whatever the poverty in our country, to remove that, to provide employment facility, education facility, health services sector, that encouragement of to the commerce, that to become self-employed, progress this to make a self-sufficient, self-reliable. Along with that, to promote children there, to provide policy for the children or the tribal people. These work government has to look after that. The government has to bring about desirable changes in the society by implementing the laws. Government will make some of the changes that desirable or the new changes they will make, that people should be believe that in such type of changes or the policies they make that for the welfare of the common people by implementing the new laws. In short, governments in modern times, we can say that they have taken the decisions related to the different issues, right from the space research to the public cleanliness. So government is taking the different issues that, and they are working on different issues, but uh, by the taking the decision in that, we can say that it is means government is taking the interest from the public issue levels from cleanliness up to the space research. This much big or the wide scope of the government is there. So they are working, this governance is called as a administration. So whatever they are working doing, that governance is called as a administration. It is the meaning of administration. What is administration? That when the government works for the eradications of poverty, employment, foreign aggression, they look after that. Along with that, they will look from the cleanliness toward the space research. That governance is called as a administrations. Next, background to the making of the constitutions. How our Indian constitution they form that. The process of making of the Indian constitution started in the year 1946. It was declared that or decided clear that very soon India will get freedom. So after that, the responsibility to establish Indian constitution, that responsibility was handed over to the Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So the process was started, yes, to make the Indian constitutions. The leader of the freedom movement insisted that Indian independent India will be governed not by the laws of the British, but by the laws made by the Indian themselves. At the time, those were the people there, freedom fighters there. They were saying that it was their own wish that free country should be governed by our own constitution, not by the British rules or the British laws. That a committee was established to prepare the constitutions of independent India. So there was, for the purpose they set up the committee to frame, to set up Indian constitution. It came to be known as the Constituent Assembly. So that committee is known or called as a Constituent Assembly of India. Now, Constituent Assembly. India became independent in the year 1947. Before that, the British government they ruled our country. Then we got the freedom on the 15th August 1947. Before that, British rule, they were dominating, they were controlling, looking after our country's administration. They had divided the Indian territory into the several pieces, groups or the region area wise that, or in the part. They have divided the Indian territory into the different part. Why they divided? For the sake of the better administrations. For their own convenience, they divided that Indian territory. If it is divided, they can be controlled properly. So they divided into the different parts there. Among that, Bombay region provinces, Bengal provinces, Madras provinces. For their own convenience, these provinces they created for administration. That The administration in these provinces was carried out by the people representative. So administration of these provinces or the areas was carried out by the representatives there, people's representative. So for their own convenience they carried out, means they divided that these region into the provinces. If it is small, then we can govern that. See, in classes, so if we make the group, then we can be controlled properly. Some persons are expert in mathematics, their one group. Some persons are students are good, they are expert in English, their one group. Some students group is in science, their group. So they can help to each other. In this way we can be controlled properly, or they can develop. So similarly, local princes were also carrying out their administration in some areas. That local princes were there in this region or area, they too also carried their administrations. Such areas were known as a princely state. Where the princely government is there, that area is called as a princely states. Now, and their chief were also known as a princes, and who was representing to that region or to that area, that person is called as a prince there in princely states. That the representative of the provinces and the princely states were included into the constituent assembly. So our representative, along with that the representative of the princely states were included into the constituent assembly. So there were a total 299 members were there into the constituent assembly. That so from our country, from India, total 299 members were appointed on constituent assembly, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the constituent assembly, and they appointed to the Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the chairperson of the constituent assembly. Now the work or the responsibility of the constituent assembly had started there. The contribution of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar into the constituent assembly. That what kind of contributions or work he contributed, he gave to the Indian constitution. The work or achievement of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chairperson of the drafting committee. Now here two important points are there. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, he was the chairperson of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar or Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairperson of drafting committee. Both are the chairperson. One is the chairperson of the Constituent Assembly, and second persons, Ambedkar, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chairperson of the drafting committee. So both are the different there, but both are the chairperson there. He had studied the constitutions of the different countries of the world. That deeply Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar studied the constitution of the many countries of the world, and he studied and contemplated day and night there to draft our constitutions. He contributed that, he worked hard that to frame our Indian constitution. Day and night he studied by many countries' constitutions. He visited to the number of the countries, and after that he started to write Indian own constitution. The draft constitution prepared by him was presented to the assembly, constituent assembly. Whatever the draft, whatever the rules was prepared, written by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, that rules or the draft was presented into the Constituent Assembly. So Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, first of all, he studied all the other countries' constitutions. After studying, he prepared our own constitution. He wrote our own constitution, and when he had completed his own constitution, when he wrote, then what he did there, he had presented that constitution, that book, drafting book, into the Constituent Assembly to study. And Dr. Rajendra Prasad, he was the chairperson of the Constituent Assembly. So remaining part we will take afterward. Thank you.